I think that I have a subject that most people that are, or if you're outdoorsy, that you would like this subject because it's fun, it tests your skills, and if it came down to a life or death situation, it could save your life. See, what I'd like to show you is how to trap, or how to set a trap, how to track animals. It's rather a simple process. After you do it for a little while, you gain knowledge upon it, and then you just notice stuff out of thin air pretty much. But this would be a raccoon tracks, as you can tell. It has opposable thumbs on it. That's how you can distinctly tell. It has 4 fingers. So, then the next thing would be trails. As you can see right here, this is a rather deep looking trail. It's traveled often. This one up here, you can see it vaguely, which means it's a little less traveled. So anyone who would be trying to trap there could probably not be very successful. But certain animals that you can trap would be stuff like the raccoon, the beaver, the muskrat, the otter, which there's actually 2 different types of otter. There's freshwater, or there's river otters, and I can't remember the other type. I just know them by river otters. Then there's the skunk. If you do get caught with a skunk, they advise you not to really walk up and try to take it on, because it's probably going to spray you, and it's not going to smell very good. It's not good. But their essence is worth a lot of money, so people who can obtain it, it's worth it. And then there's the badger. If you you think you're tough enough to go take on a badger, then kudos for you. You're probably not coming out of that one. And then there's the possum. Everyone hates a possum. It's pretty much like the garbage of all animals, because their fur doesn't go for nothing. Yeah, and they're full of disease and all that other happy stuff. So that's about it for animals. But majority of the weasel family is like, there's a lot of weasels and stuff. They're extremely territorial. If you have like some sort of lure or something with a weasel's gland essence or something, other weasels will come into the territory and try to fight them off. But I kind of like to start by showing how to trap and explaining what each of these traps are and what they're meant to do. So with this trap, it's a foothold, and it's meant for smaller game like raccoon. Sometimes you're able to get beaver and stuff, but it's more smaller, like raccoon would probably be the most basic. But this is a coyote trap. I forgot coyote fox, now that I think about it. You're able to trap those, but fox aren't exactly the easiest to trap. You'd have to do regular dirt hole sets with stuff like meat, or ground down meat or something to lure them in, because that's what they do, is they search for like groundhogs and stuff like that. And the 220 count of air, which is built to kill an animal immediately. It's supposed to snap their spine, so it's not really inhumane. But, and then there's the snare. The snare is one of the most basic traps for amateurs and stuff like that. They usually start out with snares. they're easy to build. They have a locking system on them, so usually you'd fit the loop to about the size of the animal that you're going to catch, like a raccoon. It'd be about that big. You'd probably want good hand's length off the ground because they travel real low to the ground. That's why their trails are usually real ran down and dirty. But once when you get the snare on there, it has a stop on there, so it doesn't go in any other direction. It'll suffocate them, and if it doesn't suffocate them, usually you'll see them the very next day, and they won't be happy. But I'd like to show you how to set the foothold. Usually you'd start out with the dog out. This little piece right here is the dog. It's whenever the dog is tripped, when it's set, it'll go off. So you'd start out with the chain, probably off to the left-hand side if you're using your left leg. You use the base of your hands, right here, the palm. You push down so you have full control. Actually, it's a little too far out. You have full control of what you're doing with the jaws and stuff. You push the jaws down. The jaws are so rusted, it's not going to do nothing. Try this again. Okay, I'm just going to do this with the cat trap. So
Just don't lose a finger.
Oh, I've got my hand caught in one of these before, it's not too fun. So you push them out, flip the dog up. Since coyote traps, they have a thicker dog, they're a little bit more tougher to flip. Usually you just push down on the plate, and it usually makes a clicking noise. See right here, you're able to put your hand up underneath the jaw. You push it down until it makes a click. That's usually how you know that it's set. And when you set it off, it doesn't break the animal's leg, but it has just enough force that it'll stop them, hurt the leg, so they're not going anywhere, they won't try nothing. See, it's pretty vicious. But I hope you like it. This is, I know I do, so I think anyone else who would get into the outdoor process would really enjoy trapping.